Hello students, in this chapter 3rd of miscellaneous measurement from mechanical measurements and mechatronics subject, we will see the last point, that is humidity measurement and sound measurement, that is acoustic measurement. Now see, for measurement of humidity, hygrometer is used. Okay, hygrometer is an instrument used to measure amount of water vapor in air, in soil, or in confined spaces. Okay, humidity measurement instruments usually rely on measurement of some other quantities. Okay, so humidity is depends on other quantities such as temperature or pressure or change in length or change in mass, etc. Okay, by calibration and calculation, these measured quantities can be lead to measurement of humidity. Okay, so we can find out what is amount of humidity at that time by calculating or calibrating the instrument. Okay, or by seeing change in temperature, delta T. With that we can find out the amount of humidity. Also with the change in pressure we can find out the relative humidity. Modern electronic devices use temperature of condensation called dew point or change in electrical capacitance or resistance to measure humidity differences. Next, first hygrometer was invented by Leonardo da Vinci in 1480s. Okay, at in the year 1480, Leonardo da Vinci invented the first hygrometer to measure humidity. Later in 1783, Swiss physicist or geologist Horace Benedict de Saussure invented first hygrometer using human hair to measure humidity. Okay, so he used element, that is human hair, for measuring the humidity. The maximum amount of water vapor that can be held in given volume of air varies greatly by temperature. Okay, as we can see that cold air can hold less mass of water vapor. Cold air is having less mass of water vapor per unit volume than hot air. Hot air is having high amount of water vapor. Okay, then next we will see the important element from this chapter, that is hair hygrometer. Okay, in hair hygrometer, human or animal hair is used under some tension to find out humidity. Human hair or animal hair is used under some tension. Okay, the hair is hygroscopic, that is it is tending towards retaining moisture, hence it is called as hygroscopic. Its length changes with humidity. The length of human hair changes with the humidity, and the length change may be magnified by a mechanism and indicated on a dial or scale. Okay, if humidity will increase, then change in length of hair will takes place, and that change in length may be magnified by using some mechanism, and it is indicated on a dial or a scale. Okay, it consists of human hair 8 to 10 inches long. Okay, human hair 8 to 10 inches long. Just 8 to 10 inches long human hair is used. Okay, and mechanism is used to measure that change in length, so that we can find out type of humidity or amount of humidity. A hygrometer that measures relative humidity by means of variation in length of a strand of human hair. Okay, Then the length variation of properly treated hair is 2% to 2.5% of its length, means 2 to 2% of 8 to 10 inches is the change in length of human hair when humidity changes from 0 to 100%. The hair hygrometer is considered to be a satisfactory instrument in situations where extreme and very low humidities are seldom or never found. The rate of response is very dependent on air temperature. Okay, rate of response is dependent on air temperature. For air temperatures between 0 to 30 degrees, relative humidity is between 20 degrees to 20% to 80% is the relative humidity. For temperature range between 0 to 30 degrees centigrade. A good hair hygrometer should indicate 90% of sudden change in humidity within about 3 minutes. A good hair hygrometer should indicate 90% of sudden change in humidity within 3 minutes. Now see, this is the mechanism, okay, which will measure the humidity or relative humidity. See, human hair, this is the human hair, okay, which is fixed with this arm and this fixed center with some tension. Now see, when humidity changes, okay, then the length of hair will change, it will increase or decrease. Due to this arm will move towards right or towards left. Okay, due to this movement of arm, the link will also move towards right or left, and hence this pointer will turn to the right or left, and it will show the reading accordingly, and which will give the reading from the scale. Okay, low to the left side and high to the right side. Okay, so see, and this is the dial. Okay, dial which shows low humidity to the right and high humidity to the left, and see, it is having not equal parts. Okay, see this scale. On this scale, there is no any equal scale. So see, these are non-equal scales are used. Okay, because hair is used. Okay, so equal parts are not made here, and unequal parts are there, and the change in length is calibrated. Okay, change in length is calibrated in some number of divisions, so you can say 100 divisions. Okay, so with the use of pointer you can have the measurement of what you can say the humidity. The instrument can be made more sensitive. The sensitivity can be of hair hygrometer can be used, it can be made more sensitive by soaking the hair in diethyl ether. Okay, with the by the process of soaking the hair in a diethyl ether, the sensitivity can be increased. So where it is used, what are the applications? Mostly these the applications of hygrometer are where we require specific humidity. Okay, so at that places we can use the hygrometer. So see, in greenhouse, in industrial spaces, okay, in incubators, humidors, or in museums where precious materials are there. Okay, in museums precious materials are there, and humidity must be within limit. So to measure the humidity, hygrometers are used. They are also used in wooden musical instruments such as pianos, guitars, violins, okay, where these can be damaged by improper humidity conditions. Hygrometer play big part in fighting, as the lower the relative humidity, more vigorously fuels may burn. Okay, so humidity must be higher so that fuels may not burn vigorously. In residential settings, hygrometers are used to assist humidity control. That is, too low humidity can damage human skin or body, while too high humidity favors growth of uh, mildew and dust mite. And now next part is the acoustic measurement. Acoustics similar to the measurement of sound. Okay, when firecracker explodes, a sound is heard. In Diwali, we can heard the sound of a firecracker. If firecracker is near, it sounds loud, and if it is far away, it sounds weak. Okay, when firecracker explodes, it pushes air outwards violently. The air nearby the firecracker is pushed out violently when it explodes. It travels at a speed of 333 meter per second. These sound waves are air pressure variations. So what are sound waves? Sound waves are air pressure variations. A sound wave has both amplitude and frequency. It is having amplitude. Okay, this is amplitude as well as this is frequency lambda. It also has quality. Sound waves are often represented by sine wave for pure tones. The amount of sound power is measured in microwatts per centimeter square. Okay, sound power is measured in microwatts per centimeter square. So this is the sound level meter. Okay, this is sound level meter which is used to measure the sound level. Okay, and this is the digital display which shows the amount of sound level. Okay, so what is sound level meter? Sound level meter is used for acoustic measurements. It is commonly a handheld instrument with a microphone. Okay, so here it is a microphone, MP, or you can write as mu p. Microphone is there. The best type of microphone for sound level meters are condenser microphone. Okay, which combines precision with stability and reliability. So best type of microphone is of condenser microphone. Now see, the diaphragm of microphone responds to changes in air pressure caused by sound waves. Okay, so in the microphone there is a diaphragm. So this diaphragm responds to changes in air pressure caused by sound wave. Okay, you can see if this is the diaphragm. Okay, diaphragm is a having less weight. It is and it is penetrated, or sorry, it is bombarded with the sound waves. It is bombarded with the sound waves. Okay, so diaphragm responds to changes in air pressure caused by sound waves. That is why the instrument is sometimes referred as sound pressure level meter, that is SPL meter. This movement of diaphragm, that is the sound pressure deviation, is converted into an electrical signal. Okay, whatever sound that is impinging on that diaphragm is converted into electrical signal, and with that electrical signal we can measure the sound level. Sound level meters are commonly used in noise pollution studies for qualification of different kinds of noise, especially for industrial environment and mining and aircraft noise. So at these places sound level meters are used. The world's first handheld and transistorized sound level meter was released in 1960 and developed by Breuel and Chair. Okay, so this is about sound level meter. Okay, in next lecture we will see microphones.